What's up, man? It's your boy Decopbo, like always. You know, I was like, let's set the record straight. I don't want my mom to worry. I know it's dangerous around here, especially where I'm at. My old head got 2 young boys walking with me, make sure I'm cool. But I just like to tell everybody where it started from and how it's always a way out, man. There's always a way out. I'm a made man, so I do made man shit, but in the same token, like, you gotta move right. You know what I mean? I made sure I called my OG, told him I'm gonna come down. Cause like this is like the hood. Like I was gonna go to 7 Pike, but it's a place I can't go because somebody got killed like a couple hours ago. So they got that shit taped off. So, but as you'll see, you'll get the story. You'll get everything. It was my best friend. His name was Doe. And I'll get into that a little earlier. But like we had 60 Phil Hill. I was gonna stand in front of his house. He don't live here no more. His family don't live here no more. But this is where I used to sleep with him at. We used to live with him.
Get the food.
Everything, and please, like I say, please don't try to do this by yourself and go around these people and record and everything without having a pass or somebody allowing you to do it, because like Philly is not underrated. It is not something that's looked upon or they lying about. It's really dangerous out this joint. Oh, by the way, you know, I don't pop bottles out like Tom Ford. What you with the capo? Yeah, but like I was saying, like, you know, I was gonna go to 7 Pike where it actually happened at. And, you know, I'm not proud of it. And I know, like, niggas be getting indicted and shit, so I'm not gonna say too much, but I'm gonna just say enough so people can understand. Like, you know, I was an All-American. I was like 17, 18 years old. And I'm up 7 Pike, 8 from Butler, Phil and Zern, 6 in Lycoma, and it's like, that shit used to be like a whole, I'm talking about like, it used to be cars from where we was selling that shit used to be wrapped around the corner. And then we just go to 7 Pike. And motherfuckers was selling like, you know, weed legal now, but back in the day, like, it was like regular weed, but we had that shit that looked like shit y'all smoke now. We had it then. And, you know, I'm making like $3,000. And I'm the lowest on the totem pole. I'm selling bundles. You got a $140 bundle. You take $30, get 10 ounces of the caseworker, turn in $100. Sell like 100 of the motherfuckers a shift. And it was like me, Doe, Gahid, Satu, Black, Joey, White Boy Kev, Rich. And Rich was like 8 years old. Like, Rich was like 8 years old. And this is not about bragging or nothing. This is just about letting people know that there's an end game. Like, this is actually the opposite of bragging. This is telling people, like, every dime I got or I make now, it's totally legal. And the significance of that is letting people know that there is a way to get out, but nobody tells people how to get out. Like, you know, there is an end game. You know what I mean? And like me and Doe, and if I get the pictures, I'm gonna pull it up, show y'all. Me and Doe, D Nice, Satu, his brother Gahib, like we all was together, and then my sister Khadija, the Knox family, you know, like I was living with them. So it was my birthday, and me and my best friend Doe's birthday was the same day. And like I'm literally 17 years old. And we all got somebody to rent cars, and we all had the Lincoln Continentals was out, so we all got different color Lincoln Continentals with the same car. And we used to go to New York. And I said, I'm gonna go tell my sister, because she's gonna kill me if I don't tell her that we going to New York. So I walk off, and then when I get to 6th Street, I hear all these gunshots, right? But you know, it's Huntington Park, so you like, shit, people be shooting all the time, so I don't even pay no attention. And I go to the house, and I'm outside with Deej. And I think Amy was out there, but I ain't sure. But I think Ani was out there, but I ain't sure. But and then like said we talking, she like, how y'all get cars? She cussing me out like, be safe and all that. And like 5 people came running around the corner and like, y'all need to go to 7th Pike now. And that's all they said, and they ran back around, and we like, damn, all right, we gotta go see. So as I turn up 7th Street, I'm going to 6th Street, I get to 6th Pike. I turn up 7th Pike, and D Nice aunt had him, it's a Chinese store now, but she had a restaurant that we used to be just chilling in. And I see Doe on the ground. I see Satu over there. They like, you know, working on him and putting him in the John. I think they shot like 8, 9 times. And they put him in the John and he leave. But I see my friend just laying there, my best friend is laying on the floor. And it's tape around, and I'm like, why y'all won't pick him up? And you know, my sister's like, yo, just don't worry about it, like, don't get locked up. Cause I'm like, get him off the ground. Then they put a white sheet over him and shit. And I'm out there for like 6 hours. It's my fucking birthday. And the crazy part about it is, they shot like 8 times, 9 times, and Doe got shot once, and he ended up dying. And I remember one day we was all in the house, and Doe was like, I'm gonna get a wrestling belt. I'm like, what? He said, I'm gonna go buy me a wrestling belt. I'm gonna get me a wrestling belt made. And this motherfucker went and bought a wrestling belt like the wrestlers had, and he used to wear that shit in school. Like a real wrestling belt with real gold on it and everything. I was like, yo, this thing's crazy. And the moral to the story is, it's like, I really don't think y'all young boys appreciate like life. I think y'all celebrate death. I think y'all celebrate death more than y'all celebrate life. And I know that sounds strange, but like when I was growing up, like if you could put all of us on the wall and it was 100 of us, it's probably like 10 maybe left who's still alive. And because I went to college and I know about psychology, I know that it's called survivor's guilt. Like you feel almost you feel like you feel guilty about being alive because it's like everybody you know is dead and dead or in jail for the rest of their life, or you know what I mean. And the end game for me was the last time I got locked up, they found like $50,000 for weed, 2 ounces of powder, an AK, and a Beretta, ounce of crack in a house up the street, and they locked me up first because I went outside and somebody was bringing this bitch in my house in and out. I ain't gonna say who it was. They bringing this chick in and out the house, in and out, in and out, and then they was burning people out on the block down 27th Street. So like my bail was $500,000. This is like all public information, and they was trying to turn it to federal. They was trying to turn it from state to federal. And I remember when I went to my arraignment and the judge said, "Mr. Washington, do you understand that if you get found guilty, you take this trial, you face 279 months?" I said, "Yeah." And when I was going to the door, one of the sheriffs said, "Do you really know what he just said?" And I'm like, I would really want paying attention. And he said, "I want you to go to when you get back to the jail, I want you to go down and I want you to write down how long 279 months is." And I did. And through the grace of God, you know, because like I wasn't at the house where the stuff was at. I just served somebody, the lady who somebody was bringing in and out of my house. And they locked me up and they ran up the street. And the bottom line is, like, I didn't tell on nobody. I went to court and I just accepted what I did. I made a direct sale. I plead guilty to that. And I had a paid lawyer and they separated me from the house. So it was like, that's why I got so much street cred. It's like I was facing like 279 months and I ain't say shit. But it all started here. You know, because once I fucked up the NBA, me going to the NBA, and I was ranked over like Marvin O'Connor, Flip Murray, Rasheed Butler, Eric Kears. Like, this is all public knowledge. I was no more playing in Philadelphia. And I was out here selling drugs like a dummy. And like, that was the last time I got locked up. And I went to my OG after all that was over. And, you know, I did my time for making a direct sell, whatever. And I went to my OG and I said, I quit. I'm done. Everybody know I ain't snitched on nobody. Everybody know I ain't telling nobody. And every single dime that I get today is legal. And the message is not bragging. The message is to try to encourage, to tell people it's a way out, man. You ain't gonna make the same amount of money you was making when you was selling drugs. You ain't gonna, you ain't gonna be that boy no more on the street. Even though, like, I still had 2 people walking around with me down here, like, making sure I was cool. Like, I ain't tucking my chains for nobody. I ain't tucking my jewelry. Like, I ain't doing none of that. But I still know it's dangerous. You know, and I was gonna show y'all where it actually happened at, and somebody literally got killed last night, and all that shit taped off. Right there in the same spot, on the same block. And my message to the youth is like, just like I said in my rap, Tony Montana, this is my Tony Montana song. Like, when Tony was sitting at that table, and he had all that coke, and he was sitting at the table, it was a time he could have just walked clean off. And that's what I did. And you know, some people mad, and some people is depending on me to, like, you know, do stuff or hook stuff up and whatever. But at the end of the day, I had to make a decision to do something better for myself. And like, now I don't owe nobody no money. I ain't looking around my back. Just like Meek say, it ain't a neighborhood in Philly I can't go. I'm solidified. I'm a made man. I don't gotta worry about. I don't even pay cops attention. Like, it was a time when, like, I seen a cop, I was nervous. Even if I didn't have nothing, it's just like a natural reaction. Like, I'm totally removed from that situation. And it's gonna take people like me to tell people that's in that shit over, man. Like, back in the day when you was selling drugs, I literally was making like $3,000 a day, and I was like a lowest person on the totem pole. Like, you knew who was selling drugs. Now motherfuckers selling drugs, niggas working at SEPTA is making more money than that job. Motherfuckers got jobs making more money than drug dealers. Like, the shit is over. It's really over. And it takes stand-up dudes, like, do stand-up shit. You know what I mean? And this is some stand-up shit, because it's like, at the end of the day, like, man, like, you, like I said, you might not live the way you used to live, but you actually can live. Like, I actually can go outside and say today that if something happened to me, it just was some shit that was supposed to happen to me, because, like, it was written in the book. But it ain't nobody, like, purposely looking for me or trying to do something to me. Or I don't owe nobody nothing. And I ain't worrying about the cops. Like, it's different levels to this shit. Like, I ain't worrying about the motherfuckers. And it is possible for anybody to do it. But it ain't enough people that been through the shit that I've been through, that done the stuff. And I'm not even talking about 27th Street, 30th and Huntington. You know what I mean? 27 Lehigh, 12th and Huntington, Beirut. I ain't 17th and Huntington. I mean 1500, 15 Styles, 1600, 1700, 17 Jefferson. I'm not even talking about all the blocks that I've been on. I'm just talking about Like, I ain't even mention all of that shit. Like, but for the amount of people dying and shit it ain't even worth it. Really. Like, motherfuckers is literally making more money than motherfuckers working than grinding. And once it gets to that point, then it's time to let that shit go. Motherfuckers always tell me, like, nigga, you still hustling. Like, nigga, I ain't selling a motherfucking thing. I want to sell you a white t-shirt. I wouldn't sell you a white t-shirt right now. You know what I mean? I ain't doing nothing. But like, it's going to take motherfuckers who really is made men and people who really in the street for people to understand. Like, it's a way out. And if I'm a sucker for saying it, then I'm a sucker. Because, you know, just because I left it don't mean that I can't revert back. Like, I ain't worrying about none of you niggas being mad at me about saying something. Like, you know. Like always, look at the positive things that I said. And understand that there is a way you can make money, you can be successful, you can be dripping. You can do all of this shit, Cartiers. You can do all of this shit legal. Made man shit. It's your boy Decopbo, like always. You wake up in the morning, look at yourself in the mirror, tell yourself, I love myself. You're special, you're beautiful, you deserve to be happy. And most importantly, tell yourself you do not deserve to get fucked over. It's your boy Decopbo 1.